guy is a monster, is what I call him. He knows I call him a monster, but that's okay. I call all of these guys monsters because they don't even know they're monsters. They're monsters within monsters. And this guy has monster tori and has a monster bite force. So he's the monster jaw crusher. So what are the telltale signs? If you're not a dentist and watching this, one of our telltale signs that this guy is a real clencher is these bony osteosis out here. This is the slice view across here on the lower arch, and he's got these big bony formations there that stick out under his tongue. So if you have big bony pieces under your tongue, they're called tori, and they grow due to the stress put on the teeth. Now he even grows it a little bit out here, so thick. But look at the upper too. When you go to the upper arch, you know, look at how much bone is just building up like crazy, trying to keep his teeth in his head because he's putting so much bite force on them. When we look at the pano view, it looks like it's actually stretched out. It's not so stretched out as much as he's reduced his teeth so much in the front, in the anterior. He's a red in terms of failing front teeth. This is a collapsed bite situation where he's completely collapsing around the front. You can't fix these anymore up front. There's just tiny nubs. Half the full anterior teeth are gone, yet you have a full posterior teeth here. That's very common going on. He's just riding those front teeth a little bit more. So let's look at the treatment assessment real quick. And what I gave him, he's got good bone density, so he's a green there. He's got facial bone that's green. He's got constriction that's green. He's got ridge height that's green. So all that's green until he gets to the kind of failing front teeth area. So that's an orange / possibly even red. I put it as orange just to be nice. But the repeatable bite is probably his biggest problem because he doesn't know where home is. He doesn't know where his bite should be. Everything's ground flat. And he's such a crusher, so he wants to crush everything. And he's crushing, you know, the root canal treated tooth here. This implant's been in for a while. Luckily, that's been holding. This is now infected because he cracked that. They don't even want to do a root canal on him. So he's just getting worse and worse and worse. And the only thing he could do is some sort of day guard. It's not so much night guard, but he might chew even harder on that. It's hard to say how to really help protect him. It's just his bite force is so strong. Let's look at the CT. We're going to look at this tooth here, number 19. We don't do second molar implants, so he's healing on that anyway. It doesn't matter. We'll see if he wants to do something. I don't think we're doing anything there because he doesn't have a lot of room here to do it anyway. So that's on the second molar here. He's probably going to not have so much there. Let's look at 19 here on the CT and see what we got. Drag this over, and here is what it looks like from a slice view. And he's got a lot of bone loss here. His nerve height's not too bad. Let's see if we can find that. That is, let's bring that into a very narrow focus so we can see the foramen, we can see the nerve height. So once again, that's pretty low, so he would get a green for me on the actual nerve height. So if we put the nerve height, let's say there, going back to our slice view, we could see that it's way down here. So we have plenty of room for our implants, whatever we want to do. And let's see, I think I have an implant ready to go. Yeah, so this is clearly not a very wide implant. I think this, let's see, what is that, a 5? His bone looks so heavy, you don't even know. Yeah, that's a 5 by 10. So you're going to want to do, I would say, let's do a 7 by 11. I mean, man, you can really do something big here. So that'd be one of the bigger implants that you would have available. But knowing that this guy's a real crusher, oh, that's pretty close. Maybe that's by a 10, 7 by 10 or 6 by 10. This one could take that on, and that would be fine. He's got plenty of bone. You want to let it heal, and then he has it there. So he's also got a big one there too. So these are all pretty big ones. that we could do for him. So what do you do on this case? Is this a starter case, a skilled case, or whatever? It's definitely a starter implant case, but it's more of a skill to advanced situation under the premise of trying to discuss this with the patient, having the language, having the experience of understanding what a collapsed bite actually means and how this can be helped solved or whatever. You focus on one arch or the other arch, you're going to be focusing on increasing the posterior occlusion. Then you can start restoring them. Clearly the upper teeth need more restoring. This is a difficult advanced full mouth rehabilitation, looking at the bridge work here, the crowns, having to redo some of those, or we redo the bottoms here. Since that gets done, that's easily changed, that's easily changed. So maybe you focus on the bottom, put little composites here, get them out of occlusion on the anterior, so now you can do veneers, or you can do something to help bring those teeth back. Veneers probably about the only thing I could think of here that might work, but I'm so afraid of a guy like this just smashing them off time after time again. That might be one of the worst things you could do. So in this guy's case, he's been coming for over 5 years. He's not interested in cosmetics. He just chews and likes to grind, and that's about it. So he's a real functional guy. So I stick with that and let him go there, and if there's any other things I could do to help protect the wear and tear, I would do that. I recommend night guards. He doesn't like them, he doesn't wear them, or day guards, or whatever it is. So this is just a compliance issue, it's a discussion issue, it's a lot of talking back and forth. The work is actually very straightforward here, but trying to get a patient to understand this scenario is very difficult. So anyway, that's a straightforward case until you get into a full arch and a full mouth type of rehabilitation. Then it takes you to the top. So we will be looking at more of those cases, the full mouth rehabilitation cases, the opening of bites, and trying to help correct people from these collapsed bite situations. They turn out pretty well, even with the monsters down the road, once you have a more protective occlusion. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed another little case study here. We will do some other follow-up with him, look at the follow-up videos when we start doing those as well. And like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. And check out our live streams. So